Hey guys, looks like it's beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today.
Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from Funk Brewing, and these guys do some really tasty beers, guys. They're up in Pennsylvania. This is their Be Nice Volume 1, and they're calling it Belma. Uh, this comes from my brother Rico. He sent this, and he says 7.7% Imperial IPA with 62 IBUs. He picked it up at his local store, and it was $17 for a 4-pack. Canned on 10/3 of 18. Be Nice is the first in a series of can releasing featuring one hop at a time, and the brewery will be donating $1 from every 4-pack to a Pennsylvania-based charity. Very nice. 2 thumbs up to those guys for doing that. Each beer will feature a different hop, and they will be donating to a different charity on each release. Very, very nice. Volume 1 features a new hop, Belma. Don't think I've had that hop before, guys. I don't recall if I have or not. Sounds like a very new hop, which was freshly picked during the cruise hop selection trip at Putter's Ball Farms in Yakima, Washington. So this is a Northwest hop, guys. So don't know what this is going to bring to the table, but we're about to find out. So that being said, let's step over to Untappd, see if there's anything we need to talk about. They have the ABV and the IBUs, which is very rare nowadays to get an IBU from anybody because of the different hop techniques that are being used. If those the IBU calculation scale out the window. So, but they doesn't have a commercial description. I gave you the commercial description from Rico. So, big 16-ounce can with a wraparound stick-on label, which tells me they're concentrating on what's in the can instead of printing up a bunch of fancy artwork on a can. It's going to be either thrown away or recycled. So let's get it on. Let's pop the top on this bad boy and get it into the glass. Oh, kind of hazy and cloudy coming out. Looks like a New England style beer. Let's do a semi-aggressive pour on this thing, and that's it. Uh, Almost 2 fingers, finger and a half of head on that pour. Seems to be kind of very well carbonated. A nice bright orange juice color on that beer. Very much looks like a New England style double IPA. So, good looking beer. Let's get it to the nose. Not quite the pungent aroma that I was expecting. A little bit of citrusy notes, maybe a hint of some grapefruit, a little bit of melon in there. I was expecting a little bit more on the aroma than I'm getting. Still smells pleasant, but it doesn't have all the different aspects, the tropical fruit notes and all that other stuff that a lot of them have. Well, let's find out. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rico. Not so sure about the Belma hops. It's not giving me that Northwest characteristics of all the fruit notes and everything, especially being in a New England style. Very subdued. Still tasty, but not all the different aromas and tastes that I typically get like yesterday's beer. Something a little bit different in this style, especially with that new hop they're using on this one. To me, I don't think it's working as well as it could or should be. But a lot of these brewers want to experiment and try something different, whether it's a different hop technique or a different recipe or even a different hop altogether. So tasty, but not all the flavors and aroma that I'm used to on this style. And I'm going to do the back end pour before I'll go off camera. Still looks like a glass of orange juice there, guys. They've got the color and the cloudiness and the haziness done very well here, but not quite sure I'm sold on the Belma hops for this style of beer. So let's sip on it for a while and see what we end up with. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. Nice lacing is left on the glass. Not sure I'm a fan of the Belma hops. They're a little more subdued than I was expecting from a Northwest hop. Doesn't have all the tropical notes and stuff like that usually you get from these New England style double IPAs. So that gives me a little reservation about giving it a really good grade. I do love this style of beer. And if I'd never had one before, I may think this is probably a 10 beer, but with all the ones that I have had and all the well-made ones that I have had, leaves me a little reserved about giving this a better grade than I'm going to give it. And there are probably people that, like I say this all the time, oh my God, that's the best thing I ever tasted. Well, if it's not tasted anything better than this, I understand that and wouldn't argue with that. But with what I have tasted and the smooth characteristics that a lot of them have, especially the Trillium and Treehouse versions, and a lot of other breweries that are doing this style of beer, not only in the United States but all over the world. This one, like I said, I'm not sure I'm a fan of the Belma hops right now. Maybe with this hop and another hop or whatever, it may bring a little bit more to the table than what I'm getting here, but with what I'm getting, not so sure about that hop. Nice citrusy notes, a little bit of pine, but it doesn't have the tropical fruit notes that I'm used to on this style of beer. Final chug. I'm sure it's a well done beer, guys. It is kind of tasty, but it's kind of one-dimensional as far as I'm concerned. There's a lot of other beers out there in this style that have a lot more hop profile and better taste than I'm getting from this, which is a little disappointing because Funk Brewery does some really tasty stuff, guys. So I think it's more of the hop variety than the brewing process or anything else like that. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to give this an A-. I'm going to give it a 90. That's where I'm going to put this one. I think it could be better. But like I said, I don't think I've had that particular hop variety before. And I don't think it works quite as well as it could or should in this style of beer. But still kind of tasty. Let's run over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says it's 4.02, an exceptional range. That's about where I'm putting it, guys. And over to Untapped. Untapped has it at 3.95. That's in their B+ range. We have the canned on date. We have the IBUs. We have the ABV. So I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt, but not giving it to B+ and go ahead and giving it to A-. Not sure I would buy this beer. If it was the only thing I could get in this style, maybe so. But since there are so many other ones that are being done better than this, probably not. So that's where we're going to leave it, guys. If you've had this one from Funk Brewing, this is their Be Nice Volume 1. Maybe Volume 2 will be a little better. What do you think? I'm going to wait. Hope I can get my hands on one of those. Or Volume 3 or whatever the next volume is going to be. So if you've had this one from them, let me know what you think, guys. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.